His starters, number 21, Tavid Epps.
Before 2 Chainz would release his hit songs No Lie, Birthday Song, and I'm Different. Before 2 Chainz would gear up for the release of his latest and possible last album on Def Jam Records, So Help Me God. A lot of people would probably say that 2 Chainz doesn't get the type of credit he deserves. This American rapper and songwriter grew up on the streets of College Park and would play basketball in university at the Division I level before diverging from that path to focus on music.
I guess the general consensus on me is that people is just proud of me coming from where I come from. I hear that a lot. I used to didn't know how I feel when people say they're proud of me. It sounds like they're trying to sun me.
He spent his early years in the music scene as a member of the rap group Playaz Circle, where he went by the name T Boi. Don't worry, we'll get to the explanation for that in a bit. As you can probably imagine, it's a doozy.
That's a family-given name. I'm an only child.
But despite the fact that his come-up would take well into his 30s, 2 Chainz has remained in the upper echelon of the rap game ever since his breakout year in 2012, when he was finally able to show the entire world how skillful he truly is. What's up, guys? It's your girl Azalea Hart, back at it again with a brand new video. This one taking a look at the come-up of 2 Chainz prior to fame, here for you on Before They're Famous. This channel first took a look at 2 Chainz's story about 4 years ago now, so it's probably about time that we got around to updating it, and with his newest album about to drop, what better time than now? Let me know what you think in the comments down below and follow me on Instagram at AzaleaZoe. Alright, let's get into the story.
Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Boom!
2 Chainz was born Tavid Epps on September 12, 1977 in College Park, a suburb of Atlanta, Georgia. With his father in and out of prison early on in his life, Tavid was raised as an only child by his mother, who would go on to influence his career from an extremely early age. How? Well, according to 2 Chainz himself, he earned his original rap name T Boi because his mother was all about breastfeeding.
I don't dislike titties, but that, in my eyes, would be lame to be called T Boi because, you know, I like pussy. I don't call myself Pussy Boy.
While his mom was busy nurturing him at home, his dad would get in touch with him from prison and give him some tough love in an attempt to balance out the scales. Despite the mixed messages of mom and dad, Tavid grew up with a pretty good head on his shoulders. By the time he was a teenager, he was attending North Clayton High School, where he was able to witness firsthand the come-up of R&B singer and fellow classmate Monica. Seeing that type of success started giving Tavid ideas for himself. But at that age, his primary concern was the sport of basketball. Standing at 6'5", joining the school basketball team was a bit of a no-brainer for Tavid. In fact, he became a breakout player for his team as the 6th man off the bench.
There's a miss, it's long, 2 seconds, and didn't count. The buzzer went off before that.
In the 1992-1993 season, Tavid and his team ran the table for the Class AA state title after going only 10-10 to start off. By his senior year, Tavid was a legitimate Division I recruit and getting attention from the University of Memphis, who was looking to replace its former star player, Penny Hardaway. But after graduating near the top of his class from North Clayton, Tavid would earn himself a scholarship to Alabama State University and declare for their program. He played a full season of Division I ball there from 1996 to 1997. He averaged just less than 11 minutes per game, and the best stat line came in the season finale against Alcorn State, where he put up 14 points and 7 rebounds in just 10 minutes. His high school coach, James Gwynn, had this to say about him to ESPN. He was like Reggie Lewis from Boston or Reggie Miller. Definitely Reggie Miller in terms of his cockiness on the court. I'm just thinking of those guys because they had similar builds. He could shoot the 3, he could go inside, he played with a lot of confidence and could talk some trash. While there have been rumors online that Tavid then went on to graduate from ASU with a 4.0 grade average, he shot down those rumors himself. He in fact transferred to Virginia State University due to circumstances that he doesn't like to get into. Apparently he did graduate from Virginia State, but I'm kind of doubting it was with a 4.0 grade average, otherwise I think he claimed that, right?
Whoever I play for, they have to know that I'm 85%. I'm not going full time. I'm like not trying to lock up a defender. So when I get in the game, we basically need to have, I need to be the one. I'm gonna make sure everybody get the ball. I'm gonna distribute first, hit the open shot. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm thinking.
Despite his success on the hardwood after university, Tavid abandoned the sport to concentrate on creating a music career for himself. He had been working on his music as early as 1997 when he hooked up with Earl Conyers, a friend from high school who went by the rap name Boi. The two got along well and decided to form the rap group known as Playaz Circle, an acronym for preparing legal assets for years from A to Z. Rapping under his nickname T Boi, Tahid and Earl pooled their money together to record some independent releases like United We Stand, United We Fall. Eventually their hustle got them into contact with a local radio DJ named Chris Bridges, but you probably know him better as Ludacris. The two were on completely different trajectories. Ludacris was blowing up thanks to his track Rollout, and Playaz Circle was about to hit a snag when Boi got locked up for 2 years. Nonetheless, Ludacris was impressed with their talent and he signed them both to his Disturbing the Peace label. When got out of prison, they got to work recording Playpen to the State Pen. Problem was, some of the top executives at the label weren't too excited about releasing any of Playaz Circle's music through their partnership with Def Jam, so these two had to resort to straight-to-street album and mixtape dumps.
Def Jam Found You, you know, everybody came, you know what I mean? Foxy Brown, Ja Rule, DMX, you know what I mean? Public Enemy, we just saw everybody. Yeah, we just saw everybody, you know what I mean? It was like a...
Despite the limitations already set on them, they dropped Duffel Bag Boy featuring Lil Wayne in 2007, which blew up big. They would go on to release 2 albums, Supply and Demand and Strength in Numbers, and were on a bit of a roll. But Tahid felt like if he was really going to make it as an artist, he had to strike out on his own. So he told Ludacris that he wanted out and told Boi that he was going solo.
In my case, I record, I work a lot, so I just had to find different avenues and get my music out. And when I started putting out the 2 Chainz mixtapes, people started gravitating to them, so it just makes sense for me to do some 2 Chainz stuff.
It was a big risk and not one that immediately paid off for Tahid. In 2008, he was supposed to appear on Lil Wayne's hit song Mrs. Officer, but he didn't end up making the final cut. Looking back at that moment, 2 Chainz is happy it happened. He told Genius, "You always think it's your time, but I'm happy my time didn't come until it came." While others might have thrown in the towel and called it quits at this point, Tahid decided to throw on a couple necklaces and change his name to the more family-friendly 2 Chainz, reimagining himself as the rapper as we all know and love today. Following this change in persona, he started dropping songs like No Lie, I'm Different, and Birthday Song, and guess what? They were all hits. He followed those up with features including the likes of Kanye West on Mercy and Drake's All Me. In fact, over the years, 2 Chainz would become one of Drake's most prolific collaborators, working with him on more than 8 tracks already at this point in time. He began dropping his own mixtapes and albums, next projects like True Religion and Based on a True Story. In fact, there was a stretch there of like 18 consecutive months from 2012 to 2013 where 2 Chainz was a bona fide cultural phenomenon. How else can you explain the type of swagger it took to release your own cookbook called Mealtime, in which one of the first instructions is to put your Versace apron on? Oh, and don't forget about the computer game he put out in the sponsorship with Adidas back in 2012. Never forget about that, man. I wish that was still available online somewhere. If you know the hookup, let me know in the comments. Throughout his career, 2 Chainz has gone from a boy with hoop dreams to a rapper with multiple business and side hustles. In fact, he even recently inked a partnership with Atlantic Records to form his own imprint, True Label, and with his own deal with the Def Jam set to expire, is that where we could see 2 Chainz begin releasing his own music? Only time will tell. For now, I think we'll bring this story to an end right here. What did you guys think of it? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to check out 2 Chainz's new album, which should be out now as well. Follow our series on Instagram at Before They Were Famous, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Now we drop a new video each and every day, so here's a recent drop that you might enjoy. We handpicked that one for you because if you like this video, you'll probably like that. We also got playlists like over here, so click on that if you want to see a whole list of a bunch of videos we've dropped in the past. And if you're new to the Fame Gang, be sure to subscribe and turn on them post notifications, and I'll see you guys in another video. Boom!